Welcome to my series on things I've learned from Christine's book. One of the things I learned is Christine is not above throwing a dig at Robyn. I'm loving it. She has a beautiful ability to be passive-aggressive, and I'm here for it. I'm just going to point out all the times in the book that I feel like Christine throws a passive or direct dig right at Robyn Brown, and or Christine points out flaws in Robyn's personality, times she's lied, ways she's been deceptive, and times she pretty much puts a stamp on and validates all the things that we've been saying. Here we go.
Let's do it there. Yes. Right.
First thing that Christine says. They, as kids, were raised to tough it up, grow up, be prepared. Don't be overly sensitive if you fall down and scratch a knee. Don't be overly sensitive if somebody says something that hurts your feelings. Life goes on. Doesn't mean there aren't consequences in life for things, but we can wrap this all up in a bow of, don't be a victim, sweetheart.
I chose as a young girl to be positive. Part of that was my upbringing. We didn't complain. That's typical of big families. You learn to deal because every boo-boo won't get a kiss. Mom won't always see who pinched you, and siblings tease if you act like a baby. I could have moped and felt sorry for myself, or been a clown to get attention, or stewed, or struck out in anger. Instead, I became a mediator, assessing everyone's emotions and working to keep things smooth.
Let's contrast this now.
We have to.
We have Robyn. Robyn, a victim in everything. Doesn't pull herself up by her bootstraps, ever. Why me? They always pick on me. We were never accepted in the family. Oh, Robyn.
The rest of the family really struggled to accept my kids and I. It's just another example of them not wanting to be a family with us. It's been like this from the beginning.
I decided, and it was a decision, that I preferred to be cheerful and positive. It feels better.
And this transfers to her kids. The poor kids, everyone picks on the kids.
I do see the difference of treatment with Dayton or Brianna. I've waited a year thinking it would change, and I don't really see it completely changing. I see it in some cases actually getting worse.
We know Dayton, Aurora, and Brianna come from a different family. Yeah, we're making changes. They have to make changes as well.
True. It was a situation. You can't expect a massive amount of change to come along without situations boiling over. That's what happened.
Well, kids will be kids, right?
No.
We didn't complain. That's typical of big families. You learn to deal because every boo-boo won't get a kiss. Mom won't always see who pinched you, and siblings tease if you act like a baby. I could have moped and felt sorry for myself, or been a clown to get attention, or stewed, or struck out in anger. Instead, I became a mediator, assessing everyone's emotions and working to keep things smooth. I decided, and it was a decision, that I preferred to be cheerful and positive. It feels better.
If Dayton, Aurora, and Brianna don't feel like they're a part of this family, they can choose at a certain age to not be with me anymore.
It's all about her.
And guess what? If you act like a baby, you're gonna get picked on. So don't act like a baby. Ooh, the examples we saw on television of Robyn's kids melting. Well, not Dayton. Robyn's girls melting. If they didn't get their way, or if somebody said something negative to them, or God forbid someone push them or touch them, Robyn raised them with an invisible bubble around them. Untouchable.
He's a bubble boy!
How else did Christine call out Robyn? Well, do you know the scene of, I picked the dress? I picked the dress. Cody, clueless, bragging about something he was not supposed to even speak of. Well, I have a video where I broke it down and we were looking at Robyn's reaction and she looked like, oh my gosh, what just happened here? My secret is revealed. Christine backs up my point of view there. Yes, she does. She tells us that Robyn had the look on her face of, oh my gosh, I'm gonna kill him. He was not supposed to say anything. Which means not only was that circumstance something that clueless Cody did and said that made Christine and the other wives feel lesser than, but the smarter of the two, shockingly, Robyn, street smarts anyways, Wyoming. She, in her conniving evil little mind, knew exactly what was going on. She told Cody not to say anything. He couldn't help himself. Again, he can't think outside himself. He can't think of how other people perceive him. He is just inwardly selfish, selfish, selfish. It's all about me. It's all about Cody. Oh, we'll get to that in another video because that's how he is in bed as well.
I knew it. I knew it.
But here, Christine confirms Robyn was mad because Cody wasn't supposed to say anything, thus making the whole situation one in which Robyn came in deceiving and lying the sister wives before she even married into the family.
We went shopping with her, believing we were helping her choose her wedding dress. We tried on different styles for ourselves, and standing around in our bare feet, laughed about how they fit, or didn't. Then Robyn tried on so many incredible dresses. And yeah, we laughed and debated. But we all like different dresses, of course. And Robyn decided to make the decision on her own and have it be a surprise. That made sense. It's a secret, she said. You'll see. Months later, we talked about the wedding dress on the set, sitting side by side on the couch. I've got a bomb I'm dropping today, Cody said proudly. You'll love this one. Robyn looked as if she'd swallowed a frog, while the rest of us looked confused.
Oh, I got a bomb, yeah. I got a bomb I'm dropping today. Yeah,
Wow.
You'll love this one.
Let's do it now.
I picked the dress.
Do the groom.
You know what? That's unacceptable, okay?
Yeah. Did you really?
I picked the dress.
I picked the dress, he said. Did you really? I asked. Robyn looked as if the frog had gotten stuck in her throat. So many thoughts. The special day I thought we'd had with Robyn. The intimacy involved in watching a woman try on dresses. It felt like a betrayal.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I felt betrayed because it was like Robyn was all very quiet about what her dress looked like. And then all of a sudden it was like this thing that we had all done together, like the women. And then here's Cody saying, oh, well, it wasn't really for real. Like, it took me back, obviously.
We believed she cared about our opinions, but in reality, she cared about Cody's. When is the groom ever involved with the wedding dress? I asked. It's kind of a slap in the face, Mary said. She saw it. Janelle saw it. Robyn saw it. Vague smiles, just as we had been taught. I took off my mic. I need a couple of minutes to myself. Let her take some time if she needs it, Mary said. I walked away. After we regrouped, Robyn said she'd asked Cody not to say anything.
It wasn't funny. You look like an idiot. Sorry.
It wasn't funny to me either. It was actually something that I had to ask him, not to share with anybody. For the sake of sort of protecting both experiences, I didn't feel it was necessary for you guys to know that,
Necessary.
How those wives were able to look the other way and still allow the marriage to go on, I'm not really sure. I think it would have been really good television if one of them would have stood up and said, not doing it. But I had bet any money Cody told them, listen, if we back out on this, we lose this deal. Courting and marrying Robyn is part of what the show wants to see. So be willing to be poor again and eat moldy bread and go back to working nights unless you shut up and put up and allow her into the family. I'm convinced that's how it went down, in my opinion.
Allegedly.
So that was the second example of Christine sticking it to Robyn. And the third one, and yes, I am still in the first third of the book. Pretty much we just introduced Robyn to the family. And here's the third example. The infamous kiss.
Who could forget that?
There's not a sister wife fan that doesn't know about the time that Christine was in labor at the hospital and Cody ran home and kissed his girlfriend before coming back.
Sick.
Not only kissed his girlfriend, did it on camera. At first tried to hide it from the camera. and still could have. And we know from the sister wives that if anything ended up getting on film that they were uncomfortable with, they could tell the producers, we don't want that in the show, please cut it out, and they would. At the end, did they do it as much? Probably only for the OG3.
In my opinion.
Certainly not for Cody. Not at least in the past year, since they got rid of Kingpin Monkey Tim Gibbons, who was the head of the production company and a friend of Cody's. Now we're starting to see the real family. Of course, this is probably the last season. Oh. How great would the show have been if we would have had a different head producer for the past 5 to 10 years? Everything was slighted to try to make Cody look okay. Not great, because he's not great. And it would be hard, you can't create something that's not there to begin with. But you can hide negative things. And that's what they've been doing. I'm sorry, I got off on a tangent. I'm so angry. Go back in time. Let's do it again. All right. So the kiss scene round the world.
I'm wondering if I should go home, change my clothes.
Christine says she didn't know about the kiss. She was hurt when she saw it on TV. Cody never told her, by the way, you're going to see this on the show. Maybe he thought they'd put it on the cutting room floor. I don't know. But how does that make Robyn look? Robyn Brown, there are cameras around. Your soon-to-be sister wife is in labor, active labor. Her water has broke. And you're willing to stall Cody from getting back to the hospital with, can I get you something to eat? Can I make you a sandwich? Do you want a granola bar? And then let me go outside and get a little smoochy before you go back to the hospital. You can't script it. You would say, no one's that evil. Come on. Robyn Brown, that evil.
I got the clue.
Well, let me just articulate for Christine what Christine has not been able to adequately put into words. Here you go. I'm going to be Christine Brown here. Yes, I did tell Cody that he should, if he ever has another wife, kiss her before going to the altar. Because it was awkward, it was uncomfortable. That is a special moment, and it should be saved for just the husband and wife. It shouldn't be open and privy to everyone. It's sacred. It's special. A first kiss is not something you want to put on display for anybody. So I understand Christine saying, don't make the altar your first kiss. Did that mean he should be kissing her here, kissing her there, kissing her everywhere? Wonder if Dr. Seuss wrote that book. Cody kisses Robyn. He kisses her here. He kisses her there. He kisses her everywhere. Rest in peace, Dr. Seuss. There is a huge difference, big discrepancy, wide gap between before the wedding ceremony, give your future wife a kiss, and I'm going to full on make out with this person over and over and over again. How much am I going to do this? I will let you know how much. My mother always told me, you know what people do in private by what you see in public. You know how they behave behind closed doors based on what they're willing to show to everyone else. Robyn and Cody laughed and giggled when they put on camera for the world, including their sister wives, kissing each other. When Christine was delivering a baby.
I got a wife in labor. I'm not going to sit here kissing my girlfriend. It's just awkward.
Hi, sister friends. Halfway through the video, take a moment, hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and leave me a comment. I appreciate you. Back to the review. That was public. What was in private? Oh, guess what we learned in the book? Cody would go down by himself at times to Robyn's house. What?
Things changed yet again when Robyn entered the family as a wife. Before that, Cody had seemed intent on integrating Robyn into the family, but he left us out. It was more like Cody integrated himself into their family. We had some interactions together, but Cody traveled to St. George alone or with one of us, or spent time with Robyn at her house after she moved to Lehigh.
Now, did she mean by himself, meaning no wives, but always kids? I don't know. She didn't go into details, but all she said was, by himself. And we know if he went with his kids that he could sneak here, sneak there, and sneak everywhere anyway. Every kid had to have their own bedroom. You know, Robyn did not make any of her kids sleep on a floor or a sleeping bag or a couch at all.
God forbid.
They all got to always sleep in their beds. I'm convinced of it. So I think, for example, the time we got to see Maddie and Aspen go down to her house, I bet one of them was in a sleeping bag on the floor of one of the girls' bedrooms and one of them was in a sleeping bag on the floor of another bedroom. Because Cody's saying, I'm going to sleep on the couch in the living room. Yep, I'm the protector of the house. I need to be by the front door, so you guys all go in your bedrooms, close them, lock them up. I'll be asleep out here.
Right, sure.
And you know that Robyn tippy-toed out there in the middle of the night. Or he tippy-toed into her room in the middle of the night, because Christine has also told us on the show that Cody was extremely comfortable prior to getting married, walking in and out of Robyn's bedroom, a place considered sacred, especially in their faith. To him, it was like home. I'm here all the time, no biggie. How did Christine feel about it? What did Christine know? Straight from the book? Here's the excerpt. Christine goes to the hospital for a checkup. Dr. Bean said, this baby's not coming out on its own, but it's due. And Christine said, we can do it right now if we want to. But she didn't have her overnight bag. She writes, Dr. Bean induced me right away, but I didn't have my go-to bag. It was packed and already at home, as was Truly's. And Aspen planned to be there for the birth, so Cody left to collect Aspen and the bags. Okay. He was gone for what seemed like a long time, but my bag was right there. Run home, grab it, and come back. Well, maybe he had to wait for Aspen, or maybe he hit traffic, or maybe he was buying me flowers.
Oh, baby girl.
I didn't even have a book at the hospital, so I was in labor and I was bored and grumpy because my husband was taking so long. When you go into labor, you expect Dad to be rushing all around. It's a big deal, or a big deal. But maybe Cody didn't think he needed to rush because this was our 6th child? Or because I was maybe in a hospital. He had been incredible for the home births. So how did Christine feel alone at the hospital with nobody else there? Somebody who comes from a family that had 13 kids and all these other wives and Cody. And here she is sitting alone at the hospital. Not even a book. Well, she tells us how she felt. She writes, grumpy, or maybe lonely, unimportant. That's my memory of the time before Cody arrived back. The camera crew followed Cody that day too. He rushed home to Robyn. He needed to check in on, I don't know, the kids? Her feelings about my labor? The crew filmed him kissing her. I was in labor. And he let them film him kissing his girlfriend. I found out only after I watched the episode, and it gutted me. Their premarital kissing was still hard for me, but the timing felt particularly inappropriate. You think? What Christine is not putting together is that she did not tell Cody to keep kissing his girlfriend over and over and over and over again. So yes, it was terribly inappropriate, not particularly inappropriate, extremely inappropriate for him to be kissing a girlfriend, a non-wife. Even if it was a wife, I think it would have felt weird. But okay, to reassure them, because they're a wife too, and he's going to have a child with somebody else.
It's a little bizarre.
But Robyn? No, she didn't deserve that. She did not earn that. She's just hanging around, shagging up with him on weekends.
Allegedly.
To hold out so that they could plan a big TLC shindig wedding, which, according to the previous book, Becoming Sister Wives, she wanted nothing to do with. Cody wanted it all. Extravagance. None of it was her idea, nor did she want any of that. She wanted something small, intimate, very tiny, which we know is not true because Cody does whatever Robyn wants. If she said, no, we need this to be the same as your other wives, small, but maybe more intimate, special, Cody would have said, yeah, you're right. Because that's what Cody says whenever Robyn speaks. Yeah, you're right. Jump? How high? The amazing thing is, Christine specifically told him, go home to our house, get the bag, and come back. Robyn didn't live in a cul-de-sac near them at the time. No, they were still in the Lehigh house. This was a separate pit stop visit. This was not planned. This took a lot of time because Christine was annoyed at how long, so we don't even see all that was on film. And you know how awkward the whole thing was just when he walked in the door and he's trying to explain to Robyn why he's there. So, she's gonna have the baby, and so, you're gonna still be watching the kids. And, then, after she has the baby, you'll bring the kids to the hospital, okay? In his, intense, I'm so serious, watch me be the organizer and planner of this family voice.
Mary's at work and Janelle's at work, and the baby might come faster than you think. I'm going to have you load up what kids you can, and somebody's going to have to watch some of them, because they'll only allow the whole family to come in for an hour or so.
I mean, after the baby's born?
Yeah.
Right from jump, it just felt almost scripted for television, but it was not scripted. He forgot to script it. He didn't know what to say once he got there because he wasn't supposed to be there. His wife was in labor.
She'll be right back. You want to sit back down?
I don't know. When my water breaks, bam, I have the child just like that.
So my water just broke. Okay, and so, hurry.
So clearly, he had been gone for a long time at this point. So she has to let him know. So that means, Cody, hurry. Get over here. This baby could be here any minute. Okay. He still kisses his girlfriend after that. And Robyn co-signs it all. He's the pig. That's going to come up time and time again as we recap this book and the show and anything else that has to do with Cody Brown. But Robyn's deception and lies and conniving, oh, I'm telling you all of it. We're calling her out. Again, some of this stuff we've said before, right? You've heard these words from my mouth. Doesn't matter. I'm saying it again because there's more information that goes along with it. And that is Christine gave specific instructions. Go home, get bag, and Aspen, come back. There was no Aspen with him there, people. He went to Robyn's first. He went to Robyn's house, thinking with the wrong head, and stayed there for a long time, still not getting the bag and Aspen.
Want to take something with you? No. Crackers? I got trail mix, granola bar.
She knows her water broke, and she still is not pushing him out the door and saying go. She's so selfish. Well, she said it herself. We just saw it in our last season 3 recap that we did on Tuesday night 2 weeks ago.
I don't have any sweats here, do I?
Well, you could throw on some jeans and walk up to Christine's and get yourself some sweats and then come back and change into the sweats.
When it gets close for Cody to leave, I get a little bit sad because I don't usually let him out of my sight.
Robyn Brown served to you on a platter. There you go. We shall point out more on Robyn Brown's behavior in the future, but expect the next video to be on how is Cody in bed? Oh, guess what? Christine tells us. And it's exactly what we've been saying all along. See you on the next one. Thank you all for watching. Take this time to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave me a comment, and be sure to come back for the next one. Love you, sister friends. Goodbye, adios, God bless, and I'll see you next time.